Example number 2, we need to simplify the 36 to the 5th exponent 5 over 4. In part A, we will use the power rule, number 5. Let's write down the power rule. If we have A and then the exponent is R, we have another exponent is S, then we will multiply the two exponents together. For part B, we will use the product to the power rule. The name is product because A times B is a product, and then to the power R. Then we will have A to the R times B to the R. So that is the exponent laws number 5 and number 6. So we will apply number 5 laws for part A. We will have 36 again. Now we multiply the two exponents. So 2 over 5 times 5 over 4. We cancel out the 5 and we simplify the 2 and the 4. So we get 1 half. Then we will take the square root of 36 and we will get the answer is 6. In part B, the x 1 half and the y 2/3 I consider is like A and B. Then you have the product between them. Then the first term is x 1 half exponent 3 over 2. And the second term y 2/3, the exponent is 3 over 2. And then we will use the number 5, the power rule. We will multiply the exponent together for the x. 1 half times 3 over 2 is equal 3 over 4. And for the y, we have y 2/3 times 3 over 2. So it's equal to y to the first power. Or you can just write y. In example number 3, we can see that we have the second parenthesis in part A. It has more work to do. If I open the first one, I can just keep it the same and I do not need to do anything. And I notice that between the x and the y there is a multiply. Now for the second parenthesis, what if I want to open? I will use the product to the power rule. Number 6, laws of exponent. So A times B to the n is equal to A to the n times B to the n. Then x negative 1 2/3 times y 1 half to the 2/3. Now the first x and y we keep the same, and we will use the power rule to multiply the exponent for the x. We will get negative 2 over 3. And for the y, 1 half times 2 over 3, we cancel out the 2. So we will get 1/3. You notice that there are a multiply between the x and the y. So what I'm going to do is I can move the x next to each other and the y next to each other. The reason why we can do that because basically we just move the two x and y in the middle, okay? And we can able to do that because you have two number multiply. For example, 2 times 3, you switch the 3 and the 2, you still get the same result. Then the reason why we need to move the x next to each other because we can simplify more for the x. So this is what we get from the x is that we have multiply, then we will add the exponent. And we get x to the power 0. For the y, negative 1 plus 1/3 is equal to negative 2/3. So from the law of exponent, x to the power 0 is 1 times y to the negative 2/3. We want to get rid of that negative, then you reciprocal the y. The 1, you can just forget about it, right? And then y, you move down, you will remove the negative, so you get y to the power 2/3. In example part B, we will use the quotient to the power rule. So you got the product to the power rule is a times b. What if you have a divided b to the n? Then we apply the same as the product rule. We have a to the n and b to the n. The top one will represent for your a, the bottom one will represent for your b, the whole thing, okay? So a to the exponent 1/2 and b to the exponent 1/2. That means 9xy 4/3 exponent 1/2. And then x 5/6 y negative 2/3 exponent 1/2. And for the first one, what do we have is number 9, x and the y, they multiply between all of them to the exponent 1/2. That means each of them will have the exponent 1/2. So 9 1/2, we use the product rule, product to the power rule. X 1/2 and y 4/3 1/2. In the bottom, we apply the same product to the power rule to 5/6 1/2, and then y negative 2/3 1/2. Between them is a multiply. 9 to the 1/2 is 3 because that is square root of 9. X to the 1/2, we copy the same. And then y, we will multiply because this is the power rule we apply. So 4/3 times 1/2, we cancel out the 4 and the 2. So we will get 2/3 for the y. In the bottom, you have 5/6 and multiply 1/2. So we will get 5/12. And the y, 2/3 times 1/2. We will cancel out the 2. So we get 1/3 and negative 1/3. Okay, we can simplify more because we see that there's an x top and bottom and there's a y in the bottom. So I can separate them like this. So I'm going to leave 3 alone. I'm going to put x 1/2 divided by x 5/12 times y 2/3 over y negative 1/3. Because if we multiply them together, top together, we get back to the top, and bottom together, we get back to the bottom. Okay, and I need to separate them. The reason why we need to separate them, because we need to put the like term together. So for the x, we will subtract, right? So 1/2 minus 5/12. And for the y, we will subtract also. So 2/3 minus negative 1/3. Okay, so I'm going to go outside and calculate because I do not have enough the space. So 1/2 minus 5/12. The LCD is 12. So we got 6/12 minus 5/12 is 1/12. And for the y, we have 2/3 plus 1/3 is 3/3, and we get y exponent 1.